はウーバーのアプリの方が安かったので、ウーバーアプリ見ました。Google で結構正しいですね。ミュージアムからマロストランカスかっていうプラハ城の最寄りの駅ができます。公園を抜けたら左に登っていきます。結構登るな。登ってきました。 インフォメーションありましたけど、どっから入場するんだろう。エントランスこっちっぽいですね。結構並んでる。
A nebo to bude zmotaný, ještě něco bude taky zmotaný. Někdo, když se posílá Jura Pavel, tam se...
と一つ黄金の小道行ってみたいと思います。雨降ってきちゃった。結構しっかりめに雨降ってきちゃいました。
Over far off fields where every shadow bends and sighs.
今さっきのこの階段を上がると入れる場所なんですね。
If just for a minute I'd fall asleep and not dream about you. I hate to admit it, I'm out of ideas, I don't know what to do. Most of the times I think I'll make it through, but all that it takes is one image of you and it shivers. Nobody knows the way it shivers. Nobody knows. It hurts just a little when I'm with my friends and we drink till we're done. Yeah. So I can't remember how it would feel to wake up in that bed right beside you. All of the memories I tried to erase just comes back when I'm sober and I see that face and it shivers. Nobody knows the way it shivers. Nobody knows because it shivers. It's cold and it's dark without you in my arms. Yeah, it shivers, it hurts. If just for a minute I'd fall asleep and not dream about you.
旧市街広場。
I hate to admit it, I'm out of ideas, I don't know if I'll cope without you. Yeah, it shivers. Nobody knows the way it shivers. Nobody knows 'cause it shivers. It's cold and it's dark without you in my arms. Yeah, it shivers, it hurts. Shivers, it hurts. Hey, I heard you got a new best friend. Yeah, it hurts a bit. I won't pretend that it doesn't matter that you're with someone else. In a way, that's how it's supposed to be. If I'm unable to make you happy, then it's for the better. But you are not with me. That's why I wrote you a letter, 'cause you see, I write so much better than I speak. And I need to tell you, you were my best friend till the end. I hope I'll be happy without you, but right now I don't know what to do. It's hard to get over, you chose someone else, a new best friend. Doesn't feel like it was long ago. We were head over heels in love, thought it'd last forever, but somehow we got lost. Looking back, I didn't realize what was wrong with me. I can't deny I took you for granted. You finally had enough. That's why I
なんかカンティーナ結構おすすめしてる人多かったんで行ってきたんですけど、すっごい賑わってて活気があるなって感じだったんですけど、普通だったら特別、まあ美味しいんですけど特別すっごい美味しいっては思わなかった量がすごい多くて、まあ、1人なので全部食べきれなかったです。量が多かったです。そしてチェコビールすっごい美味しいんですけど、結構アルコール強いのかな。私は結構酒強い方だと思うんですけど、まあまあ一杯でも回ったなって思います。でももうちょっとすごい今日歩いてるので、もうホテルに帰って休みたいと思います。
Hey, I heard you got a new best friend. Yeah, it hurts a bit. I won't pretend that it doesn't matter that you're with someone.